Second, it facilitates student and academic mobility, including credit transfer, joint degrees, collaborative programs. For example, from 2014 to the present, over 3,000 UP students and faculty have participated in mobility programs. Clear recognition standards reduce duplication of coursework and shorten time to degree for mobile learners. Third, the convention strengthens transparency. It encourages parties to maintain information systems on recognized institutions and quality assurance frameworks, thereby supporting academic integrity. So in view of the foregoing, OIL respectfully notes the following considerations that may support effective national implementation. One is the development of clear guidelines on the application of the substantial difference standard. Second is the harmonized protocols for recognition of partial studies and credit transfer. Third is the institutionalized procedures for assessing qualifications in case of incomplete documentation. Fourth is the strengthening of national information systems on recognized institutions and qualifications frameworks. And fifth is the capacity building support for admissions officers, registrars, or international relations personnel who operationalize recognition processes. So in sum, the convention supports mobility whilst preserving international autonomy, national standards, and regulatory authority. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Velasco. All right. Uh, we're moving now. Before we move on to our next treaty, I would just like to have a quick question sa EDCOM po. Based on EDCOM 2 report, yung pong report, are we ready to operationalize the Tokyo Convention? Anong kaningin ninyo?
We will still face challenges, Mr. Chair, to be very candid, until we're able to provide the right manpower and people for CHED to be able to operationalize and implement it.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, that's it for our Tokyo Convention Treaty. All of those who are like CHED, PRC, EDCOM 2, DepEd, TESDA, and other resource persons in the Tokyo Convention, you are now excused. Thank you. We now move to the double taxation avoidance agreement between the Philippines and Cambodia. Department of Foreign Affairs, Deputy Assistant Secretary Rona Gotze. Go ahead. Do you have a presentation or statement? Or you, Secretary Lim?
I think we already gave our statement on the double taxation. This is the seventh double taxation agreement, and it follows the agreements we have with Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia, Vietnam, Thailand, and Brunei. Basically, that avoids double taxation and also helps prevent tax evasion among the jurisdictions.
Later, Yusek Herrera, my question will be, sino magbe-benefit most dito? Is it us or is it them? Depende siguro kung marami tayong mga investors doon, di po ba?
Yes.
So that will benefit us. Pero kung mas marami sila investors dito, hindi natin tataksan. I think that's to my understanding. Is that correct? Para ang taxation na lamang nila is doon sa country nila. Kung, for example, ours, tayo mga Pilipino, may investments doon. We are trying to avoid double taxation, right? So we're going to tax them, pero hindi sila pwedeng taxan ng Cambodia. Is this how what it is?
Usually the system is the entity is taxed where they earn the income.
Okay.
So if our entity earns the income in Cambodia, they will be taxed there without need of being taxed here. This becomes valuable because of the encouragement for our companies to invest in certain areas where there's either lower taxes or lower cost of production.
Ang problem nga dito yung sa Carrera, so who will benefit more? For example, kasi titignan din ho natin siguro, mas marami bang Filipino investors doon? Di talo tayo. O tapos sila, isa tatatlo ang investors na dito. Dapat po, give and take, di po ba? What is your take on this?
Sir, the information given to us by DOF is that we will benefit on the balance in this agreement.
Very good. Okay, on the balance.
Yeah.
Sige po. All right. So you're done. You already made your statement kanina. Tama, Yusek Lim?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's move on now to the Department of Justice Attorney Florina Agtarap. Wala po bang nababiolate po na batas sa konstitusyon po natin, etc. kung sakasakaling matuloy po ito?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. So far, Your Honor, wala naman po. If you could just give me a few moments to share our
Go ahead,
position
but just limit your statement po siguro into about 3 minutes, maximum 5, kasi I want to wind down po ng mga 4 o'clock. Go ahead
Yes,
po.
Your Honor. We already have prepared a position paper. It's just in the process of final review and eventually for signing. We hope that after this committee hearing, we will be able to submit our position paper. But we would like to express our full support to the ratification of the convention or this agreement. And we express our full confidence in the Department of Finance as the lead agency that it has thoroughly considered the various benefits and advantages that will accrue to the Philippine government in entering into and ultimately signing the said agreement last February 11, 2025. Please be advised, Your Honor, that the DOJ was not part of the negotiating panel, but nevertheless, we support this initiative of the Philippine government. Thank you, Your Honor. And I would like to mention as well that the Department of Justice has consistently expressed its support for similar agreements with similar objectives and obligations in its position paper dated February 2012, August 2014, May 2015, as reiterated in our position dated February 2018, as well as April 2023. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Attorney Florina Agtarap of the Department of Justice. Let's move now to the Bureau of Internal Revenue. Attorney Roby Banyaga of the International Tax Affairs Division. Go ahead, Attorney. Do you have a presentation or statement?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. We don't have presentation, but we defer to the Department of Finance.
Go ahead po. Sec Nina Asuncion.
Mr. Chair. On behalf of the Department of Finance, I have the honor of asking the committee to please concur, to what do you call this? Push for the concurrence of the Senate and consider the agreement between the government of the Philippines and the Kingdom of Cambodia for the avoidance of double taxation and prevention of fiscal evasion with respect to taxes on income. This treaty represents a technical and strategic step toward fulfilling our national commitment to complete the ASEAN Double Taxation Agreement Network. As the Philippines continues to integrate into the ASEAN Economic Community, establishing clear fiscal rules with all our neighbors is a practical necessity. The absence of such a framework creates a double tax burden that acts as a disincentive for Filipino enterprises and limits the flow of regional capital. The urgency of this DTA is underscored by our existing economic relationship. In 2023, bilateral merchandise trade between the Philippines and Cambodia totaled $80.50 million. By 2024, total trade between the two countries reached $105.69 million, underscoring the growing demand for each other's goods and services. And most importantly, the rising level of trust between our business communities. This progress affirms the effectiveness of our efforts in trade facilitation, stronger private sector engagement, and policy alignment. However, it is notable that direct investments between our two nations remain very low. This treaty seeks to address this gap by providing tax certainty and transparency necessary to stimulate cross-border investment. By concurring with this ratification, we are establishing a predictable tax environment that aligns with international standards on base erosion and profit shifting. The agreement, finalized after 3 rounds of rigorous negotiations concluding in April 2024, reduces the cost of cross-border transactions through negotiated withholding tax rates on dividends, interests, and royalties. It specifically addresses the challenges of the modern economy by incorporating measures to prevent treaty abuse and ensuring that profits are taxed where the actual economic activity occurs. Through the BEPS-aligned provisions and refined exchange of information mechanism, the BIR will be better equipped to detect and defeat cross-border tax evasion. These safeguards ensure that our tax base remain secure and that entities cannot exploit gaps between our two tax systems, taking into account Cambodia's specific tax structures, such as their minimum tax and various withholding tax tiers to artificially shift profits. Furthermore, this treaty provides essential protection for Filipino businesses and professionals